Hello students, in this session we are going to talk about purpose question. In a module you will see at least one question, sometimes two, and in rare cases three questions that ask about purpose of the text. Mostly the questions ask about purpose of the entire passage, but sometimes the question may also ask you purpose of a particular word or a phrase or a sentence or the entire text. So make sure you understand the question before you move on to the text and to the answer choices. On the other side, we will see how to deal with a particular purpose question. Thank you. Hello again. So here we are going to see how to deal with a purpose question. Okay, so the question says which choice best states the main purpose of the text. So here you can see the question is talking about purpose of the text. So once you understand the question that is talking about purpose of the entire text, then we need to check. While reading the text, we need to focus on certain details. So the purpose may be to argue something or to explain or to describe or to compare. So now reading the text, we have to work on each sentence and see why the author has taken pain to write each sentence. Okay, so read every sentence carefully and see, does it introduce something, or is it supporting, or is it providing a conclusion, or is there any contradiction? Remember, every right answer has to be directly supported by the text. May not be directly mentioned, but has to be directly supported by the text. If it is not supported by the text, it is not your answer. So let's go to the passage first, and then we'll work on the elimination. So the text says in 2007, computer scientist Louis von Ahn was working on converting printed books into a digital format. He found that some words were distorted enough that digital scanners couldn't recognize them, but most humans could easily read them. Based on that finding, it means the first part we have certain finding, and then in the second part, what he did or what we have to know based on the finding. So based on the finding, this guy invented, so what he did, he invented a simple security test to keep automated bots out of websites. The first version of the reCAPTCHA test asked users to type one known word and one of the many words scanners couldn't recognize. Correct answers proved the users were humans and added data to the book digitizing project. So, what we understand from the text is this guy, Louis von Ahn, he was trying to digitize a book, and while digitizing, he found that some words were not scanned by the machine, not scanned by the scanners, but those words were very easy to read for humans. And based on that, he created a program, he created a website, or he created a program that allowed people to take tests, that is, to read the words that were not readable by a machine. So let's quickly have a look at the answers. So what we can do here, we can try to have a prediction of our own. So we can say he created, let's call it a program of reCAPTCHA. Okay, so the function of the passage, or the purpose of the passage, is to tell how he created the reCAPTCHA program. And let's start working on the answers now. Option A says to discuss von Ahn's invention of reCAPTCHA. Okay, this is matching with the prediction we got, so we can hold on to this answer. Option B says to explain how digital scanners work. Although the term digital scanners is mentioned in the text, the purpose of the passage is not to explain how digital scanners work. So option B, we can cross out. Option C says to call attention to von Ahn's book digitizing project. Again, the focus of the passage, or the purpose of the passage, is not about his book digitizing project. What he learned while digitizing it is books. That's what we need to talk about. So option C is also crossed out. And D says to indicate how popular reCAPTCHA is. Again, the passage is not at all discussing about popularity of reCAPTCHA. As you noticed, I've underlined important part here, invented a simple security test. It means the right answer has to talk about invention of this test, and only option A is closer to that. To discuss one answer invention of reCAPTCHA. So the right answer has to be option A here. Thank you.